Hey y'all, hey, welcome to Sharane. So y'all, good morning. Good morning. It's good morning, y'all. You already know it is Friday. It is Juneteenth. You already know. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Sharane's World, y'all. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, YouTube. It's early. Good morning. Let's go. Let's get into this morning. Let's get into this morning because you already know Shrine World is here with the awareness. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Making sure my audio is correct. Good morning. Welcome to Sharane's World, everybody. I know you guys are probably half asleep, up, whether you're getting ready for work on this nice little holiday. It is Juneteenth. You already know. Let's give a round of applause. It is Juneteenth. Yes. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Sharane's World. You already know who I am. I'm a peer mentor survivor for domestic violence and narcissistic abusive relationships. Alrighty, I'm an advocate out here in Binghamton. I spread awareness. I'm a peer mentor survivor out here. So let's go. Listen, it's Friday. I already know it's June 19th. Okay. Definitely a holiday. But listen, the narcissist is lurking. And you already know the Knicks had their a parade yesterday. It's been a good ding for them narcissists out here in the streets. Alrighty. But you already know Shrine World is up here with that Friday awareness, especially for Binghamton. But it does not matter where you're located at, okay? Because my awareness is for everybody, no matter where you are. But if you are in Binghamton, this awareness is definitely for you guys out here in these streets. It is Friday. Remember, the narcissists is going to be lurking. Them bars is going to be open. Make sure y'all read the description to this video. Them bars are going to be open. Them clubs are going to be open. Everything's going to be open. They're going to be celebrating Juneteenth. They're going to be celebrating the Knicks. They're going to be celebrating everything. And you know who's going to be funding that? You. Yes, the supply. You're going to be funding that for the narcissists. So this is why Sharane World is out here spreading awareness. Do not be out here supplying these narcissists for any fun. That is what they're looking for, and that's what they need. All right. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out here just spreading awareness. I already know my narcissistic ex, and I use myself as an example. I already know my narcissistic ex is out there with his supplies lined up, ready to figure out who in and out that crib. They all rotating. They rotating different hours. Somebody gonna get caught up one day. Different hours. Alrighty. And ladies and gentlemen out there, I feel bad for anybody that deals with my narcissistic ex. And it's not to call it out, but it's the truth. It is the truth. And as me being a survivor coming out that situation, I already know how he operates and I already know how he gives it up. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So listen, this is why I bring awareness for the men and the women. So you don't be out here without these red flags knowing what's going on, okay? Do not be giving them your money. Don't be out here getting drunk with them. Don't be buying no Hennessy bottles for them. Don't be out here trying to buy them no new Knicks outfit or anything so they could go to the bar tonight. Don't be trying to buy them no new stuff for their house, okay, or their apartment. It's not worth it, all righty? Don't be trying to do any of those things because all they're going to do is have the next supply right on over. And I keep telling y'all, start asking them, who is your car registered to? And can you show me the proof? If they can't show you no proof, then you done. That's your red flag right there. And if you choose to continue to still mess with something like that, then you're gonna start seeing more red flags down the road, and and it's just gonna be crazy. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So this is why I'm out here spreading this awareness. Start asking them who they car is registered and ensure to show me the proof. Pull up that My DMV app. Okay. I already gave y'all the awareness on how to get that information. Also, you can look in the glove box and you can find their registration. Their registration that's in that glove box is going to automatically have a name on it. All righty. The one on the window may not show a name. All right. It's going to show other stuff. But that registration in that glove box, that's going to show who that car is registered to. Okay. It's going to have the name on it. All righty, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what you're going to see. And you're gonna know that that car and insurance is not registered to that person. And now you know, all right, what do you have to do for car insurance and registration? Because there's no way nobody gives that up for free. Alrighty. So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all stay aware out here, especially with these females too. These narcissistic females out here in the street. These ones that's out here trying to think that they on Love and Hip Hop and baddies all the time. It's not like I don't understand them. I can't stand them, and I don't like them. And like I said, I don't care if you got $50,000 in your bank. I don't care if you're walking around with Gucci, Prada, whatever you got going on. I don't care. Once you show me where your mind is unhealed at, you're definitely unhealed. You're definitely an unhealed toxic female, and you're definitely an unhealed toxic man out here in the street. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that's just probably gonna put it. Okay, as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, listen. If you have an order protection, please use it. Use it. Use it, use it, use it. Okay. Stay 10 steps ahead of these people. Like I said, when I was in my situation, I was screenshotting everything, the supplies, whatever it was. You understand? So when you have these order protection, use it. Because what's gonna happen is these narcissists are gonna get a warrant, okay? And they're gonna think they top shit riding around, all right? And they're gonna get pulled over. And of course the car is not gonna come back to them. It's gonna come back to a whole female. But that's the problem. That's the problem. Start asking them, you own that car? And you know what's crazy? When I got pulled over, right? I always get those questions. Is that your car? Is it registered to before they even take my information? All right. Is this your car? Is it registered to you? Does it belong to? Of course, this is my car. Of course, it's registered to me. It's all under me. And then I get on my ID, my license, and everything. I even have a CDL. I get them everything, and they be like, "All right, you good, you good." Okay. Now a narcissist. All right. Perfect example. I'm gonna use my narcissistic ex. Okay. He gets pulled over. All right. He gets pulled over. All right. The cop is going to ask the same questions. Is this your car? Of course it's my car. Is it registered to you? Why you need to know that information? Is the insurance under you? Why you need to know that information? You get what I'm saying? And then when they go pull that up, they're going to know this not registered to you, and insurance is not under to you. But the lien, the title may be in that person's name. You understand what I'm saying? And so now you riding around here and other people's names, messing it up. You got police watching you. It's crazy out here. So this is why I always advocate and I educate from March when I first started coming up here. Do not register no cars for these narcissists. Do not put insurance on them. When they ask you, say no. That's just what it is. And you're gonna see the reaction they're gonna get. Because I told y'all, when I got with my narcissistic ex, he asked. And I said no. And it wasn't the simple fact because I just couldn't do it. It's because I had things going on with my car. But it was still no. And that's why God was showing. But here's the deal. Here's the deal. Here's the red flags. I wasn't watching the red flags. You understand me? I was ignoring them. You understand? Because they give you this love bombing, gaslighting story to make you feel bad for them. Oh, my family don't like me. Oh, my family is this. Oh, my family is that. And you start seeing certain things. You understand what I'm saying? So you feel bad. But I said no. And what the narcissist did? He done found a whole nother person to put that registration of car under. So what do you have to do for that? And then they're G'ing you over your insurance. So you're not even paying for insurance. You're only paying for your lien to the bank. Who's paying that insurance? Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, listen. Who's paying that insurance? All right. So what are you doing for that insurance? Because nobody gives out insurance for free. Alrighty? It just doesn't operate like no full-blown insurance. It don't operate like that. Then y'all play crashing cars. I like to crash up nice cars. And then y'all think everything is top flight security. Everything is Gucci with y'all. Like, listen, if I was that supply and that car was registered under me, this is what I'm telling y'all what to do. Because like I said, I help other people out with the situation already when it comes to this registration. This is what you're gonna do. There's so many different scenarios to go by. So I'm gonna give y'all two. All right. I gave you a little bit of example of mine, but I'm gonna give you another one. You can have a narcissist, whether they're a male or female, that has a car title under them. They're paying it. All right. You can register it, you can insure it. All right. Then, second scenario, you can have a narcissist, whether it's a male or female, that you, the supply, went with them to put the title in your name, put the insurance in your name, and put the registration in your name. The narcissist may have put money towards the car. You may have helped out. It may not happen that like that way or whatever. But all I know is that you put everything in your name, and now this narcissist is driving that vehicle everywhere around town with different females, different drug dealers, different street pharmacists work going on. Just getting pulled over, catching tickets, doing all of that under your name, but treating you like garbage, right? Right? Those type of situations. Let me tell you how you go about that, because there's two ways you could go about that. All right. The first way is if everything is under your name and they're driving that, this is what you do. And you still actively have that title in your hand and they don't, do not give that title up. I don't care how much they beg you. I don't care what they do. You better not sign that title. Do not give that title up because technically, in all reality, in the law, that car is yours. Okay? They will have to take you to court for civil court for whatever the price they put on to that car. But in all reality, that car is yours. If that title was in your name and that insurance is in your name, if the title was in your name, that car is yours. Okay? You do not give it up. I don't care if you got to call police. I don't care what you got to do. You are in a narcissistic abuse relationship and they're trying to use you for their own gain and personal need. Okay? You don't give that up. This is what you do. All righty? All right? You call back to that lien place because now you're caught up in something that you're not going to be able to get yourself out of because you have something in your name. Okay, so you call over to that bank, you get that sorted out with the bank. You let them know, listen, this is what's going on. I'm either in a domestic violence relationship or narcissistic relationship. This is what's going on. You understand? And you get that going. Here's another thing you do. All right. If that person is actively driving that car and you want to get that car snatched back and everything's in your name, you don't go there by yourself. You call police, you go out there with police, and you go pick that car up with the paperwork in your hand. All right. And after you do that, your best bet is to park that thing up and go get you an order protection because they coming. Can I tell y'all again? They coming. They coming. Okay. Now that's one scenario. Another scenario could be this. If the title is in their name, okay, and you have the registration and you are insuring it, like my narcissistic ex, the title was in his name and somebody else is registering it and insuring it. This is what you can do. Ooh, this is what you can do. I know them narcissists is probably like, oh my God, this is what's going on with them narcissists right now while they watching the video. This is their heart. This is what you do. Okay. You wait on a night tip. All right. You go with somebody that's level headed. All righty. That's not going to be with that shenanigans out there fighting, going to let anybody fight. You need somebody level headed. Go out there with your tools. Go out there on a late night tip and you pull them plates off that car. You pull them plates off that car. All right. Now, this is what you're going to do. You're going to take them plates to the DMV. All righty. You're going to let the DMV know what's going on. You're going to get them back. Listen, I want to turn these plates in. I want to cancel out this registration. You want to cancel out the registration. All righty. Now, the next step, the DMV is going to give you some paperwork. All right, a slip. Then you go over and you call the insurance company and you let them know, listen, this registration to this car is off. I sent the plates back. They might ask you for that paper, whatever. You send it off to them. They're going to shut that insurance off. Now, guess what? The narcissist is stuck with the car with no insurance, no registration. They're gonna have the bank is gonna be looking for them because I know when I was doing that with my car, when I used to make payments on my car, because I don't make payments on a car anymore. But when I made payments on a car, I know for a fact that you have to keep registration. You have to keep registration and insurance on that car. Because if the bank, your lien holder notices that you don't have it on there, they'll come looking for you and start calling. Here's another thing. All righty? Here's another thing. Yeah, Ladies and gentlemen, after you do that, make sure you get your order protection as well because they're coming for you. You took their supply. And keep your boots on the ground. Do not give in when you do that. That means you are done. You understand? They think you slow. They think you dumb. They think all of this. They think they got one up on you or whatever the case may be. But Sharane World is going to bring this information to you, ladies and gentlemen. Please do not be out here registering an insurance cards for these people. And if you already did, please, there's ways to get out of that. I have so many people out there that already did or that is learning from these situations. And like I said, there are other people out there that I did help actively come out these situations. All righty. So Sharane will just say my boots is on the ground. I don't want to see nobody messing up their credit out here for these narcissists. All righty. It's not worth it. They're catching tickets under your name. Come on. Let's go. But listen, Binghamton, it's a lot of narcissists out here in Binghamton. It's a lot. It's a lot of domestic violence. It's a lot of narcissists, and it's Bill out here. And all I'm gonna say is my boots is on the ground for y'all. And Sharane World is here, and I'm not stopping. I'm 4'11", and I ain't stopping. These narcissists be lurking, and they be thinking they smarter than a fifth grader. But let me tell you something, they not. Alrighty? They not at all. So, ladies and gentlemen, you already know how I feel about those registrations, them liens, them deeds, putting them on your life insurance, pulling out phones for them under your name, watching their dogs for them, buying their food, buying their household items, bashing up their cars. Listen, 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 listen. Ladies and gentlemen, don't be out there bashing up people's cars, all right? Because these narcissists, they don't have money to pay for those. They don't have it. Especially if you got a foreign car, expensive, your pockets don't match up to that car. It's wicked out here in these streets. People be out here and they be living beyond their means so they can look good for the next, so they can figure out how to get that new supply. You understand? So don't be out here living beyond your means. Okay? So if your money, if you can't maintenance that car, then you shouldn't be driving in that car at the end of the day. Don't be riding around in no high expensive Genesis or no high expensive BMW or no high expensive Mercedes Benz if your income and your pockets don't match up. And I'm not talking about by you being a street pharmacist out here in these streets. No, by doing it legally, getting that money legally, and that's just what it is. Because how? Like, I know for a fact the maintenance on a Mercedes Benz is expensive, especially the parts, the oil changes, and everything. I know for a fact that is expensive. And if you ain't got no job, and if you're a narcissist, and if you like to do street pharmacist work, it ain't gonna match up. That's why they still riding around and they walking around with their shit banged up or busted out. You understand me? So this is what I keep telling y'all. Don't be out here registering no cards for these people and showing no cards for these people. All righty? Because all you're going to do is damage your name. All right? That is your credit, your name on it. So when the police is riding around, right? Let me tell you something. When they riding around and they run these tickets and they run your tags, it's your name popping up. They don't know who's behind the wheel, especially if your car is tinted out. They don't know. All right. And then when the window roll down, they see a whole dude or somebody else behind that wheel. And they like, wait a minute, this don't look like the person in my database. Who is you? You understand me? And now you got police watching this person because they know they street pharmacists and your name is attached to that. Listen, they be having multiple supplies in those cars. You understand what I'm saying? Um, It's real out here in these streets. And Sharane Wilder said, my boots is on the ground, not just on YouTube. I'm not just going to be on YouTube, y'all. Let me give myself a round of applause. This is how real it is. She ain't real not gonna just be on YouTube. I'm gonna give y'all more of the good news. I mean, if you was following my support group on Facebook, Domestic Violence and Narcissistic Relationships I Survive, once again, I want to give a big shout out again to DJ Supreme. I really appreciate the opportunity. But listen, Sharane World is here. My boots is on the ground for Binghamton. Like I keep telling y'all, I'm not just gonna be on YouTube and on Facebook. I'm coming. I'm coming for you, narcissists, or you men and women out there, these unhealed, toxic people. Let me tell you, it doesn't matter if you've been through domestic violence. I've been through domestic violence, and I keep telling you, I'm not supposed to be here. My story went across the news, it went across the radio station, it's been across everything. So if that person was to go back to court for any little thing, what's going to happen? It's coming back across the radio, it's coming back across the news. Okay? So at the end of the day, I'm not supposed to be here, but I'm here. And I always had a story to tell through my Facebook. If anybody follows my main Facebook page, my Tiana McLaughlin page, let me tell you something. Y'all already know I've been posting up little things throughout the years. You understand me? And I never knew how to bring my story. You understand? I just thought that people would look at me a little differently or something when I bring my story. But nah, I kept quiet, just kept saying a little bit of things. And then boom, you run into this narcissist, 2024. Never know. You get love bombed. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You let them know about your DV stuff. That's another thing. Red flag. Don't tell them about your DV stuff so soon. They use that against you. I mean, a narcissist will use that against you. But a real man and woman out there in these streets, they're not going to do that. All righty? They use that against you down the road. All right? So pay attention to that. You know, I never knew I was going to run into one. And then I ran into one, got love bombed, ran around that little bush a lot of times, y'all. I got love bombed so many times, in and out police. Listen, in and out so many times. The narcissist done been at the door, done been at the, listen. It's been real out here in these streets, okay? But then when you put your foot down, you're done. Yes, they do the hoovering again. Yes, they start trying to get a reaction out of you. Yes, but when you're done. No contact. No more. Nobody wants to be in that clown shit circus show anymore. It's called a Jezebel 304 circus clown shit show. That's what it is. That's what narcissists are. It's a clown show. Okay? So once I was done, I was done. The narcissist ain't get the hint. He started violating order protections. He started violating, harassing, and all of that. So at the end of the day, what I got to do? I got to advocate for myself. Okay? Because I got advocates. You understand me? Of course. I use the same information that I give out to you guys. All righty? So I have advocates. And at the end of the day, I have to do things on the back end because these narcissists are not going to get the hint. And justice for Romika Meeks. And like I said, at the end of the day, the reason why I say that is, look at Carlos. He's a big time narcissist. Look at Homicide Holly. She's a big time female narcissist. Look at Clarissa Shields and Papoose. Oh my God, it's playing out in our face. It's playing out in our face through these celebrities. All right, Clarissa Shields and Papoose is narcissist. She's a female narcissist. All right, with unhealed situations going on, and he's a male narcissist. All righty, and it is what it is at the end of the day. And then I got a narcissist out there in these streets. My domestic violence batterer, he's in jail doing double digits. Okay, and his narcissist, he don't went to the courthouse. He ain't made it to the Boone County Jail yet, but he done made it with warrants and to the courthouse and all of that. But let me tell you something. At the end of the day, my boots is on the ground, and I'm not going to stop being silent for nobody at all. I don't care what you got going on. I don't care what you say. I don't care if you're a female out here in the streets. When you're unhealed, you're unhealed. So that's like saying for me, I've been through domestic violence. I've been through toxic relationships that just wasn't for me. Okay? I've been through, had the ups and downs, been to myself. You understand? Got healing, went through counseling and all of that. All right? Now, let's just say I didn't do none of those things. I didn't get no counseling. I didn't get no healing. I didn't get none of that. I just came back out in the streets and I was angry. Hating people and just angry. So I being toxic to them. Got mad dudes in the cut, just doing all of this, doing all of that. See, now I'm turning into an unhealed, toxic narcissist female. For real. That's what I'm turning into. You understand? And I'm bringing that baggage onto to somebody else. No, that's what y'all females are out here doing. Yeah, in Binghamton. No matter where you at, but in Binghamton, that's what y'all are out here doing. Y'all have all this unhealed stuff going on. All right. Y'all never sat down, got no counseling, looked at your life and kept it real with yourself. All righty. Y'all never did none of that. All right. And y'all just came out here and now y'all into the next situation. Y'all done got Tom, Dick, Harry, Billy, Jew, and Joy. Y'all done got them all. Different narcissists in the cut, different supplies in the cut. Y'all want to be out here fighting these supplies out here. Y'all want to be doing all of that. and put yourself in jail and leave your kids in the house and do all of that because you're unhealed and toxic. Then y'all think y'all on baddies. Yes, I have to keep saying that because I where y'all into it. Y'all think y'all on baddies. Y'all think y'all on Love and Hip Hop. Y'all think y'all in this reality show. Let me tell you something, and I'm gonna keep saying it like this. I don't care if you got $50,000 in a bank. I don't care if you own three businesses or not. I don't care if you went to college and got degrees. That shit don't mean nothing because you could still be a slow person. I don't care if you riding in the most expensive car with the most expensive red bottoms. I don't care. Sharane World don't care. That don't mean shit. Okay. Now when you come out here and you're toxic and you're nasty, you look bad. So I don't care what you got on. Your mental and everything else, that mouth looks bad. So that makes you look bad. Yeah, come on, it's real. So all you females out there, because I gotta call y'all out, y'all narcissistic females. All that stuff I'm seeing on social media, y'all look bad. I don't care what y'all got going on. Your mental look bad. So if you could be out here talking about other people's kids, other people's houses, other people this, oh yeah, this is why I got this. Look at her. Look at her daughter. Look at this. Look at that. Why you doing all of that? Sherane World is here, and I see right through that. You unhealed. You still unhealed and toxic. Yeah. You think you on baddies. That's what I get. Got half titty out on the internet, half ass out. A lot of these females like to poke their ass out on the videos, on y'all already know what I'm hitting at with that. A lot of these females like to put pictures up there, and the main thing you see on their pages is nothing but they ass. Like, really? You think you're gonna get a man like that? And it kills me. Because they be like, oh, I need a six-figure tall man with this and that. Sweetheart, do you got that? Do you got that? Where your mental at? Nah, you probably got about five kids back at home, house dirty than the mother effer. You don't go to the supermarket, but you up in them clubs and them bars and them shingdings, doing all of that, trying to fight your ex, girls, whatever. Because these, all right, these men be trying to move on, right? These men, they be trying to move on. And they be have narcissistic females in the cut, right? And they may see them out and about in the street, right? They done. They probably been done. But them narcissists don't get it. So now they wanna fight their new girlfriend or whatever. Come on now, y'all wild out here in these streets. Y'all talking about people, kids. Oh, they're bullheaded. I see it all on here in this Binghamton dirty water world. But Sharane World is saying, I keep telling y'all, I'm not just gonna be on YouTube. Sherane World is not just gonna be on YouTube. I got a story to tell. I'm gonna be in your ears. I'm gonna be in your ears, y'all narcissistic females. I'm here. I don't like y'all. Y'all narcissistic men. I'm here. I can't stand y'all. And I appreciate my narcissistic ex for letting me study him. Because he is a clown shit circus show. Jezebel 304. That's what they are. All they want is what they could get from you so they could gain it's just for them. It starts off small. You got $20. What's $20? You give it to them. Then it starts off another small. Oh, my family, this and this and that. Oh, I can't pay this because you go half on that with me. You feel bad for them, so you help them out. And listen, don't do none of those things. They can't get $20 and they're a grown ass man. No. And if if she a grown ass woman, no. Men, stop taking care of these nasty ass toxic females. All right, don't be buying them no BBLs. Put their asses in the gym. Don't listen. Ask them when the last time they got a Pap smear. Pull up that my chart. The same way y'all talk about pull out that my DMV app for them registrations. Put on my chart. Let me know when the last time you got you a Pap smear. Yeah. Yeah. Do you see the GYN doctor? That's what y'all men need to be asking. Let me come to your house and see how you live. Is your bathroom dirty? Your kitchen? What's going on? You understand? Because everybody has a past. Everybody does. Everybody's been through something. You understand me? But it's all about how you go about your situation. Alrighty? It's all about how you slumped it because the same way God give it to you is the same way he could just take that right back. And I tell y'all, these narcissists don't believe in God. They only believe in God when they're trying to get something. They don't believe in no God. Please. And if they're telling you that they're gonna go get counseling, Just sit back for a second on my victims, my survivors, and my thrivers, or anybody that just want to educate yourself. Just sit back. If your narcissistic person told you they're gonna go get counseling, how long it's been since they told you that and they haven't went yet? Because my narcissistic ex done told the whole judge she was going to get counseling. That's why we ended up with a no harassment order to be around each other for the counseling. That didn't operate like that. The narcissist was not going to let the judge go for a full blown order of protection. But rude awakening, narcissists, rude awakening, happening like that. Mm-mm-mm-mm. No, it ain't happening like that. You understand? So listen, I got mad stories for days. I got stories for days to come up here and spread awareness on. Not just about narcissists, but domestic violence too. And the reason why I go in more on narcissistic abuse relationships, because more awareness needs to be spread about this. We all know what domestic violence is. There's a lot of awareness about it. Yes, we do need to keep spreading more about it, but nobody really is spreading awareness on narcissistic abuse relationships, narcissistic personality disorder. And do y'all know June all month is Narcissistic Abuse Awareness Month? All righty. So they act up in June to the point that they had to make it a awareness in June. They show they tell. All right. So y'all stay focused out here in these bars, these clubs, these shindigs, whatever they got going on out here. Don't get them no money. No money for no henny. No money to fix no car. No money for no rent. Do not buy them nothing for their house. Don't care if they need TV, they need blanket, they need their dog supplies. Don't be out here watching dogs because these narcissists will give up a dog for a PlayStation. Yo, yo, listen. I gotta chill. It's early in the morning. I love the energy that I got. I just love it because summertime is here and it feels good. My last summer was shitty. It was good, but it was with the narcissist. It was with the narcissist. And the narcissist always had uh he always had a little thing of saying he's going to clear his warrant. All right. So back then, let me give you a little story time real quick. All right. Awareness, y'all. Little awareness. All right. When I met my narcissistic ex, all right, he was working. I had a good job, was working. I just had came out of my CDL training. I was doing the school buses and stuff. I have air brake passenger endorsements. I have all of that. Okay, boom. He was working, whatever the case may be. Then, out of nowhere, my birthday comes around. My birthday, January 15th. Shout out to me and Martin Luther King. But a couple of days before my birthday of 2025, the narcissist lost his job. Got fired. Anybody done lost the job. All right. You boo-hoo, you cry, yeah. You're gonna get over it. You're gonna move on, you're gonna find another job. You're not gonna dwell on it for too long. Okay. But come to find out the narcissist has a whole warrant. Before I met you, you had this warrant. So you know you had this warrant. And then it's how he broke down the story about that warrant. So the narcissist stayed with that warrant all the way from when Lord knows when, before I met him, while I was with him, all the way up until they caught that ass in November. I don't know. Some supply called the popo on him back in November in 2025. So I don't know. They fucked his car up. There's new one at that. So I don't know, y'all. But he had to clear it because they caught up to him. And they say, you know what? We tired of your shit out here in Binghamton. You always got some shit going on with these females out here. We just gonna take you on this shit right now. They took him. Then the narcissist is calling me from the Broome County jail. They'll have the messages. Two women crying. Okay? You want to get out of it. You want to get out of it. Oh, I'm so sorry. I treated you so wrong in here. Yeah, da, 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 da. And oh, F you, yo. They have different personality disorders. They have different personality disorders. 1 minute it's sweet, the next minute it's F you. 1 minute is sweet, and it's crazy work. If the Broome County Jail was to run back them audios, man, oh man, they would hear a demon going through this episode. Okay, so boom. At the end of the day, okay, the narcissist had to clear that warrant. Come to find out, I'm trying to help the narcissist. You done did X, Y, and Z and X, Y, and Z with X, Y, and Z. I ain't gonna give it all out there, y'all. But yes, you got order protections, you did this, and it fits your character. Then you come down in Binghamton, you got chef department calling you in the middle of the wee hours of the night. You flee into my house because you don't know what the hell. And now we gotta go down there. And now they giving you paperwork and you telling me a whole different story about you just had a fight in a bar with somebody and they jumped you. Come to find out, it's a whole female putting a goddamn full-blown order protection on you. Because you done beat the holy man, man. Then you tried to make that female drop their order protect. Well, you did eventually, so you could get $3,000 out of them. This ain't the first time I blown this story up. Blown the story up back in March. Yeah, back in March, I blown this story up. Ain't no way. I saved that female that day. I think God was on that female side. I'm telling you because ain't no way. Ain't no way. You no, you ain't getting no $3,000 from somebody that got kids. What you think this is? For your own personal gain and needs, so you could pay your rent and your car note and splurge on to the next supply. You wilding out here in these streets, narcissists. Y'all are wild out here. I don't seen crackheads. I got videos for days, awareness for days. I've seen it all. I've seen it all. And you know what the narcissist will ask you? Are you okay? I'm so sorry. I fucked up. I don't know what to do without you. All this crazy stuff. If I see you with anybody else, this is what I'm gonna do to them. Listen to the things that they say when they in a playful manner or when they're in a regular voice manner. Don't take those things too lightly because I know I don't. I've been through domestic violence, and when they say they coming back, they coming back. When I told you back then in 2019, when that DV said he was coming back with that gun triple loaded, he was coming back, but he ain't making too far. Shout out to the Johnson City Police Department. Yeah, let's get him a round of applause. Yeah. Alrighty, shout out to the sheriff department. Let's get him a round of applause. hmm And shout out to the state troopers. We definitely got to get them a round of applause for that day. And shout out to the sheriff lady that drove me to my aunt house that day in 2019. I had to leave my whole home standing. Shout out to her because I ran across her again one time. Shout out to her. Let's shout her out too. And we got to shout Johnson City Police Department out one more time because when I was working around that time, yes, I held on to a whole job through my DV situation in 2019. They made sure I made it to work safely. They made sure nobody F with me at work. They made sure everything was Gucci. Anywhere I went, I was safe. So let's shout out to the Johnson City Police Department one more time up in New York. And you know I got to give a shout out to the RISE program, to the Crime Victim Services, to the District Attorney's Office, to my advocate that I had back then, Elizabeth Johnson. Let me shout her out. Let me shout out all of them because at the end of the day, they did a big job with this because my situation hit the news. Okay, it was big. I didn't want to be outside. Who, what, me? No, I did not want that. Okay, and it was real. Okay, he was coming back fully loaded. It was all played out on his doorbell camera. And you know who had access to it? Me. I had access to it. Me and the sheriff people, when he walked out that door, okay, after he was playing Russian roulette with my life in that damn room, with that gun clicking, yeah, of course I called 911. He's crazy. No, crazy. He went home. He had enough time to call me while the chef was sitting there. Just give me a little snippet of 2019. I've been gave this story. Okay. And when the sheriff was standing there with me and the state troopers, because I lived in Johnson City. Well, I lived in Westover, Johnson City. So that's more state troopers. The Johnson City police is not coming over there. So that's more state troopers, sheriff's department, whatever. So when they were in my house in the kitchen, standing there talking to me, telling them what's going on, he called. The phone goes on speaker. What he say? Yeah, bitch. You think I'm playing? I'm coming back to shoot that whole thing up. So the lady looked, when I kid you no lie, they had the whole Johnson City police. And he gave us an estimated time. He said he getting in the lift. He said he'd get in the lift and I had access to the cameras to his house. So I was able to just flip them cameras on and show. And sure enough, Johnson City police, they sat outside his house and staked it out because he gave us time. They staked him out. They settled. They surrounded him. Lights out. Soon as the Uber pulled up, who's walking out? We watched it. Him. Okay? The DV man. He walking out. Okay? He's walking out. Before he touches the car door, all cars swarmed him. Got him, arrested him, patted him down. There goes the gun. Okay? He was coming, loaded. He was ready. He was ready. It was coming back. And I told y'all, this is what I mean. You understand that Sharane is not supposed to be here, but I'm here. You understand? So at the end of the day, I got the fuck up out of that situation. And let me tell you something. My domestic violence battle is doing double digits right now. Okay? He wasn't no small time person. He was in the music industry. Okay. Um, One of his aunts is very popular. I'm not gonna say no names, but I'm gonna put it like this. They were on the Parkers. Y'all know the Parker show? Yeah. So I'm not gonna give no names of who it is, what actress it is, or anything like that. Okay. But yes, okay. And it was well, okay? And at the end of the day, not just that, he was into a lot, okay? And yeah, I just couldn't. So when I was done with that situation, I had to go into DV shelters, had to leave my home, everything behind, couldn't take nothing with me, just go. Me and my kids, going. You understand? So at the end of the day, I totally understand how it feels to be in a domestic violence situation. That was the ending of my cycle of domestic violence for 2019. Of course, I was with that person for some time. Of course. You understand? Before 2019, yes. So I was going through DV before 2019. It just ended 2019. And I started educating myself. And shout out to my advocates that was allowing me. And they saw how much like this affected me, how I wanted to help other people back then. Shout out to them for letting me do that video. And also and for allowing me for getting certificates while I was there. Because they knew I had a voice. I just didn't know how. And I just wanted to say, just shout out to everybody, because at the end of the day, it's well out here. Sherane World ain't supposed to be. And I can tell you, I got a story to tell. There's more. Don't be with them narcissists. So that's why I keep telling you. Everybody knows about domestic violence, but nobody knows what narcissistic abuse relationship is. And I didn't know. I know what the hell a narcissist was. All righty. So listen, keep your boots on the ground. These narcissists is lurking. They're lurking. Educate yourself. Heal. It may take time. You may run across relationships that's not for you. Yeah, it's gonna happen. But once you put your foot down and you acknowledge where you went wrong, not where you went wrong at, but what are why you attracting all these unhealed type of toxic people, then you understand. You understand? There's sometimes you don't even have to change who you are. You just got to change more of the awareness, okay? Because there is going to be somebody out there for you, whether you just want to stay single or not, whether you're a male or a female. There is somebody out there for you. But I'm going to tell you like this, being in a domestic, trying to be controlled or anything like that, or being in a narcissistic abuse, trying to be gaslit or manipulated, is not a healthy relationship. I'm going to tell you that right now. And of course, every relationship is not perfect. But when you're dealing with a healthy man and a healthy female, you're gonna know how to navigate that relationship when trouble comes across. Okay, you're gonna know how. It's not gonna be no arguing type of stuff. You're gonna know how to work that out. Okay, instead, narcissists they just move on to the new supply, and 9 times out of 10, they probably been had that supply. You know how many times I can't even count on one hand how many supplies my narcissistic ex that I bumped into. That's a lot of different females. That's bad. That's red flag, red flag. Your car ain't in your name, red flag. You asking for stuff too early, red flag. You love bombing me too early, red flag. Yeah, they start off small, then they start asking you to do stuff, red flag. They want you to drive their car when they pull up, red flag. We driving their cars for them. Because then they start acting stupid. I already gave y'all a story the last time when my narcissistic ex did back in what, like February of this year or whatever, what he did when we went to go get something to eat. So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all stay away out here in Binghamton. Sharane Wills is here, and I keep telling y'all, I got some more juicy things coming. So I'm gonna start heading up out of here. And y'all make sure y'all stay safe this morning. All right? Because I can tell y'all, these narcissists, they be lurking and they supply, whether they're a male or female, okay? They say lurking. Make sure y'all turn your notification bells on. Share this video. Hit the like button. You never know. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are a victim of domestic violence or narcissistic abuse relationship, please reach out to the RISE program, the Crime Victim Services, the Domestic Violence National Hotline number. Please reach out. They're there. They're there to help you. I'm spreading awareness as a survivor. I'm here. My boots is on the ground for Binghamton and for everybody else. All right? Appreciate you guys. I'm going to head up out of here. It's Friday. And the narcissist is working and the bars is going to be open. Everything's going to be open. So keep your money in your pocket. Hey, don't be fighting. I'm watching. Binghamton, I'm watching. I don't be out in them streets, but I'm watching. I stay safe. Thank you. And let's go. Happy Juneteenth, everybody. Happy Juneteenth. Yes, it's lit. Y'all stay safe out here.
Keys in the door, I froze in the kitchen. Breath so thin, could've sworn I was missing. Purple on my skin, but my soul stayed vivid. You said you're mine, and I whispered I'm living. Phone in the drawer, but I mapped my escape. Cash in the book, just in case, just in case. Prayed on the floor, I'm not built to break. Packed one bag, walked out, didn't shake. I'm stronger than before. You can't lock me in that wall. Every bruise became my armor. Every tear just made me sharper. I'm stronger than before. You won't chain me to that door. I was hurt, but now I'm harder. Still soft, still love, just smarter. Courtroom cold, but my voice stays steady. Hands still shook, but my will been ready. Told my truth, heard it echo through the levee. All that shame washed off when it left me. Sisters in the back, all eyes on stories. Saw my face, saw their own, no worries. So I spoke for the one still sleeping by the thunder. Said you ain't what he did, you're a walking wonder. I'm stronger than before.